A former governor is demanding 1 billion naira from Nigeria's anti-corruption agency. Nasir El-Rufai says the ICPC invaded his Abuja home illegally. The agency said it was carrying out lawful duties. But here's the twist. El-Rufai claims the search warrant was defective and unconstitutional. If true, this case could shake Nigerian anti-corruption fight and redefine how security agencies operate. Tonight, we break down the raid, the law, the politics, and what this means for 2027. Please like this video, subscribe, and stay with us because this story goes deeper than headlines. A dramatic legal battle has begun. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has filed a 1 billion naira fundamental rights lawsuit against the Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC). He is also challenging the Inspector General of Police and the Attorney General of the Federation. Why? Because security operative searched his Abuja residence. El-Rufai says the search warrant was defective, his constitutional rights were violated, and the operation damaged his reputation. He is now asking the court to declare the search illegal, to stop authorities from using any item taken, and to award 1 billion naira in damages. That is not a small claim, but this is not just about one house search, it's about power. Let's step back. El-Rufai is not an ordinary politician. He is a former FCT minister, a two-time governor, a strong political voice, and a controversial reformer. Over the years, he built a reputation as both a bold anti-corruption advocate and a tough political operator. Now, the same anti-corruption system he once supported is investigating him. That is where the tension begins. Because in Nigeria, anti-corruption cases are rarely just illegal, they are political, and timing matters. Ask yourself, why now? Here's where the story becomes complex. El-Rufai legal team argues that the search warrant did not meet legal standard. They also argue that due process were ignored and his rights were breached under the constitution. If the court agrees, it will embarrass the major anti-graft agency and also create a legal precedent, and thirdly, strengthen protection for high-profile suspects. But if the ICPC wins, it sends a message: no one is above investigation. Now look at the bigger chessboard. Is this a genuine corruption probe, or a political power struggle, or both of them? In Nigeria politics, legal battle often signal deep rivalries, and 2027 elections are approaching. That contest cannot be ignored. But here is the part nobody is talking about. If this warrant is ruled illegal, how many past cases could be challenged next? Most headlines focus on the 1 billion naira demand, but the real issue is constitutional rights. Under Nigeria laws, security agencies must follow strict procedure when entering private property. If that process is flawed, the entire investigation can collapse. This is not just about El-Rufai. It's about the balance between security and civil rights, the credibility of anti-corruption institutions, and public trust in the justice system. There's another contradiction. El-Rufai once defended strong enforcement action as governor. Now he argues enforcement must respect strict legal standards. Is this hypocrisy, or is it a test of whether the law applies equally to everyone? That question matters. Public reaction is divided. Some Nigerians say if you have nothing to hide, face investigation. Others argue security agencies must respect due process. Legal experts are watching closely. Civil rights groups are cautious, and political insiders are calculating, because the court's decision could shape future investigation, election narrative, and alliance within the ruling elite. Remember, in politics, Perception is power. Let's talk impact. If El-Rufai wins, anti-graft agency may become more careful. Politicians may feel emboldened to challenge investigation, and the government could face credibility questions. If he loses, it threatens institutional authority. It signals aggressive anti-corruption enforcement, and it reshapes its political future. Either way, this case affects governance, rule of law, 2027 positioning, and investor confidence because stabilities matter and legal uncertainties affect markets. Here's what happened next. Several scenarios are possible. The first scenario could be the court ruled the search unlawful. El-Rufai claimed political jurisdiction. The second scenario is that the court dismisses his case, investigation intensifies. While the third scenario is that a quiet settlement might happen behind the scene. But here's the deeper question. Is this the beginning of a broader political confrontation or just another chapter in Nigeria's long struggle between power and accountability? The answer will shape more than one career. It could shape the system itself. This is bigger than a house search. It's about power, law, and who control the narrative in Nigeria. Do you believe this is a genuine investigation or a political battle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you value investigative journalism. Subscribe for deep political analysis every week because in 2026, the real story is never just the headline, and we will keep following the power trail.